Well, hello there, Cancer. How are you? It is so good to see you again. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. So today we are doing your August General Tarot reading. We'll take a look first at the overall energies for the month, and then we'll go to the Tarot for more details about any obstacles on your path or any advice that Spirit has for you. And if you're enjoying the content that I create, I'd really appreciate it if you would consider liking, commenting, or subscribing. It really does help to get my message out to more people, and I do appreciate your support. Okay, so we also have the full moon in Aquarius here on August 1st, and you may already be feeling that energy of wanting change in your life, looking at those areas where you really want to make changes for the good to bring healing into your life. And then also on August 8th, we have the Lionsgate portal. So I'll be doing some special readings for that too. So let's take a look first at your overall energy. Badger Spirit, be fearless and bold. Very much joy and delight. Open your heart to joy. What a beautiful energy, Cancer. Yeah, this is exactly that Leo energy, the Lionsgate energy, just kind of opening up. Leos are very much joyful about life. Just can see the joy in a lot of different situations. No matter what is going on, they can find the joy in the situation. They love having fun, and I feel like you're kind of embracing this Leo energy, especially with the Lionsgate. Being fearless and bold, no longer holding yourself back, feeling like maybe there are obligations or something else that you need to take care of instead of stepping into this energy of trying to have more joy and delight in your life. Very much a fifth house type of energy, pleasure and play, wanting more of that. Building a strong foundation. The Badger Spirit here is the number 4. So perhaps even wanting more of this joy and delight in your home environment, because 4 represents our home and family life, which is always so important to you, Cancer. Okay, now on the bottom, for some of you, you have thinker and you have travel, and then you have to the sea. A little bit of an energy of perhaps, and then soulmate. For some of you, you could be kind of thinking about somebody that's at a distance from you at this time, okay? An energy where perhaps things have ended in this relationship or kind of are stalled for one reason or another. But I feel as if there's a change coming in, understanding that the relationship that maybe is at a distance, and it does not have to be romantic. It could be family or friend. It could even be a co-worker type of situation. But I feel like all of a sudden you realize that maybe for some time you have had this energy of feeling alone and abandoned in this situation, of feeling like perhaps like if it's a work situation, people didn't understand the value that you bring to the office or the value that you bring in the workplace. Feeling kind of, like a little bit almost like left out, by other people in your life, even your friends sector or your family sector. Like, it's really kind of an energy of people don't understand me. That's kind of the energy I have here. It doesn't mean that you haven't had some conflict in your life, but this is really kind of an overall general, feeling as though people don't understand me. But here's the thing, this has put you very much in this energy of, will I ever be understood? Will I ever be seen? Will people kind of ever get me? It's really that energy. Will I ever find people that get me? But here's the thing. I feel as if what you're doing, there's kind of this shift in your energy of looking at the good in every single situation. When we see the joy and the delight in our life, in our situations, in our relationships, it all of a sudden brings us this confidence to actually kind of like put ourselves more out there. It's almost like an energy where you have been kind of perhaps holding yourself back because of difficult situations that have happened in the past. So sometimes we have those difficult. It could have even been a tower moment that happened a long time ago, maybe even in childhood. What is being shown to you at this time is that when you kind of like step into this energy of being grateful, of seeing the joy in the relationships, in the situations in your life, instead of looking perhaps at the past, at how things have been difficult, it's almost as if you raise your vibration to a much higher level, and then you attract in people that are more aligned to this higher level. I feel there's almost an energy where you've been surrounded by energy vampires, and you maybe have kind of almost fallen into a little bit of that energy vampire type of energy. And I'm not saying that you're actually an energy vampire, but you've kind of fallen into the habit of perhaps seeing the negative points of view of certain situations or relationships in your life instead of embracing the joy in it. Yes. You know, it's really beautiful energy, because I think you're seeing, you know what I'm going to say, I feel like there's somebody that's in your life that all of a sudden you see in them the way that you maybe are showing up in either a different situation or relationship, but you see it in somebody else, and all of a sudden you're kind of like, oh my goodness. You know, like I have fallen prey to this habit, to this pattern of behavior, to this thinking. And it's really just a mind shift, being much more vulnerable, of not trying to protect yourself so much. It's kind of like, okay, I'm going to, you know, say you haven't been in a romantic situation in a while, right? It's kind of like, yes, I don't want romance in my life, but all of a sudden you're kind of like, now wait a minute. I want more joy in my life. I want to have those experiences of relationships that are near and dear to my heart. If I continue to stay in this type of energy, that's all I'm going to attract, because we attract what we are. So when you raise your vibration, all of a sudden you will also attract in others that have a higher vibration, that enjoy life, that see the good in people instead of the bad. You know, there's a little bit of an energy. There could be somebody in your sector, in, you know, work, you know, it could be career, it could be family, friend, what, romance, it doesn't matter. Somebody, there's this energy of being near somebody that is very judgmental of others, that only sees the bad, okay? It could be that even you're spending a lot of time on social media or watching a lot of the news or something like that. So, but people and situations that are just kind of like highlighting the negative aspects of our world, or the negative aspects of other people. It could be somebody at work that's always pointing out what everybody else is doing that's wrong, right? And all of a sudden you're realizing, wait a minute, I've fallen prey to this type of behavior myself. I've got to break it. I've got to start seeing the good in people, because when we look for the good in others, all of a sudden you'll realize people start looking at the good in you. It just really does shift your energy. And I think that, wow, okay, yes, you have the 10 of Cups and it landed upright. It's an energy of looking for the good in others. It really is. Okay, perfect. I love this. Okay, let's take a look at your present energy. We have come to the edge, and then we have true love. You know, it really is an energy of stepping into taking a look at what is the good in yourself, okay? Because I feel like you could be surrounded by people that not only are judgmental of others people, but are judgmental of you. And taking a look at what is what you really love about yourself, what you really and truly love about other people or other situations in your life. This is like a fresh start for you, right? Come to the edge is the Fool card. It's kind of like, okay, recognizing that the pattern of behavior that you have now is not working. So it's like, okay, let me try something new. Just look at it that way, Cancer, because what you have been attracting is just this sense of competition of, you know, kind of like comparing yourself to other people or feeling like you're being compared to other people all of the time. I know when I was a teacher, I had a principal once that really was very much that energy of kind of like pitting teachers against other teachers instead of having this energy in our workplace where it was like we're working together, and she thought she would get more out of the staff if she kind of compared us to each other, pitted us against each other. It was very toxic energy. And I feel like that's what you're recognizing, is that the environment, whether it's family, friend, or work situation, what you're understanding is that this has been a very toxic soup, and you've kind of like just fallen into that pattern because it was surrounding you, right? And now what you're recognizing is, okay, this isn't bringing me my 10 of cups. You know, I have to put down the comparisons and instead embrace what the beauty in everyone, seeing the soul of everyone, recognizing that the way that we look at other people, the way we act towards other people is actually the way that we are being acted upon for ourselves. What we do to others really reflects back to us. So it's kind of like, okay, you know, she's looking in a mirror. If I want more of this, then I'm going to put more of this out. But if I want more of this, that's exactly what I'm going to put out, because I want to reflect more of what it is that I'm seeking in my life. It's a mind shift, and my goodness, Cancer, this just like changes everything for you, because yes, you're feeling as if you can't get a leg up, like you can't, if you're feeling stuck, you know, a leg up is the Ace of Pentacles, you know, a gift from the universe. I feel like you think that this can't happen for you. Nothing can change for you. It's kind of like this energy of feeling like, okay, I really am stuck. There's nothing, no way I can get out of this, or there's no way happiness will come my way. There's no way I can shift things in my life. And the key here is to see, just shift the way that you're looking at things. And I know it may take a little bit of time. I've been in that. I've been in this energy. It's really hard to shift. But every time you have a negative thought, just kind of like turn it around. Stop yourself right there and say, wait a minute. You know, if it has to do with a person, just stop and try not to think about the negative, and instead taking a look at the positive in that person. Now, if this is an abusive situation, that's different, right? If it's abusive, it's a situation where you truly need to leave the situation, right? And I encourage you to find resources or help in order to do that. But if this is just, you know, one of those things where we get caught up in seeing the negative about people or a situation, it's about just try it. Just try it for 3 days. I guarantee you, you will see the world in a different way. Okay, so let's take a look at your advice. Yes. It's almost as if, look at this, you are observing the conflict in another person. This is a kind of interesting energy. Once again, it's coming back to that, what I was saying at the beginning, that energy that you are noticing in somebody else. So it could be even somebody that is an energy vampire, okay? And maybe you haven't really wanted to see that energy in them, right? But all of a sudden, you're observing them in a new way, and you recognize the way that they are acting in another relationship, or the way they are acting in life in general, kind of opens your eyes up. You're seeing how this brings more conflict, more sadness, more just a sense of competition, of being unworthy, of not being able to have what it is that you truly desire. And it's almost like, oh my goodness, I'm opening my eyes to this and understanding that with the Three of Pentacles, you have the opportunity to work with others, to bring in this sense of, you know, joy and delight of not wanting to be completely by yourself, right? Of understanding you can bring in that soul tribe, those romantic partners, family, friends that really and truly are on your side. Yeah, let's take a look at this. Yeah. You know, you have the Queen of Wands, you have the Three of Pentacles again, you have the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Cups. Taking action, understanding that this has helped you to open up, to understand what it is that you truly want. I feel like somebody led you down the wrong path. You know, this, you know, and it could be in your career sector, it could be in your family sector, but it's kind of like somebody painted a negative picture of somebody else in your life, okay? Whether that person was family, friend, or a coworker or something like that. There's this energy where I feel like teams were made, okay? With this competition, it was kind of like maybe you had this energy of having to choose teams or choose sides in a certain situation, perhaps in a conflict of some sort, right? And I don't think that maybe you were completely like one of the team leaders, right? But I feel like one of the team leaders, if you will, kind of manipulated you. I'm going to say that, kind of manipulated you, painted an unkind portrait of somebody else in your life, kind of manipulated you into following, being on their team, right? And what your understanding is, oh my goodness, it's really an energy of, I think I chose the wrong team. But it's an energy of, why do we have to have teams? With the Three of Pentacles coming out twice, right? It's this energy of understanding, no, wait a minute, why do we have to have teams? Why can't we work all together? Very much, it's kind of interesting, very much that energy of what I was saying earlier about that principle that I had, you know, that kind of like pitted teachers against teachers. Instead of working all together, there was this energy of, you know, having to choose teams and aligning yourself. But look, yeah, this being in that type of energy only brings the sense of betrayal, right? Of self-sabotaging our own happiness. It makes us feel, you have lots of fives here. You have the Five of Cups, the Five of Wands, the Five of Swords. Just an energy of feeling, you know, orphaned, not belonging. And understanding that I think somebody in your life led you this way. It's giving you this sense of, yeah, I can't be happy. I can't ever be fulfilled. I'm just going to be sitting here for a while. But by looking at this from afar, kind of like getting the big picture of what has actually happened. It's like an epiphany. You're seeing the big picture. It's helping you to step more into what is it that you truly want, Cancer, and then taking action, going after it. No longer allowing your doubts to hold you back. It's kind of like, okay, which way am I going to go? Am I going to stay on this path of feeling kind of abandoned and lost, you know, just a sad energy? Or am I going to start seeing things in a happier way of not allowing myself to be victimized by somebody that I think really kind of coerced you into going on? It's just a sense of teams, okay? So it could have been, you know, like a family situation, where, you know, there was a conflict between two people in the family, and then you kind of had to align yourself. You know, maybe it was a divorce situation, or, you know, some inheritance situation, something where two people were not seeing things eye to eye, and you felt like you had to align yourself with one person instead of being your own person and seeing, you know, okay, you know, just kind of trying to see how things could work out. Or it could be in the workplace where you felt like there were two people at odds. You had to kind of take a side. Yeah. Or even with the friend sector. It put you into, the problem is that you're recognizing that this situation has put you in an energy of low vibration. Because instead of seeing joy and delight in both sides, okay, seeing joy and delight in both sides, it's kind of like you aligned yourself with one person, but I feel like that person really kind of manipulated you. I don't feel like you're happy with the choice that you made. There's a little bit of this sense of regret, feeling like, yeah. So the way to turn this around, is to step back into your joy and delight, to see the good in both sides, right? It's not even about seeing so much the negative in the person that may have coerced you, just being able to see, okay, how this situation has played out. It's a huge lesson for you about, yeah, that takes you. Look at this. And then you have the Leo and the Sun. So much sunshine when you allow yourself to go to see yourself as an independent in this situation, right? Of I'm not aligning with one person or the other. I'm really stepping into this energy of choosing what is best for me. Of understanding with the Three of Pentacles. Okay, there might be one side, there might be another side, and then there's me, you know? And it's not about being in the middle. It's just about seeing the joy and the delight in everyone and everything, because you realize that by seeing the good in other people, okay, you also are reflecting back that good that you see within yourself. Beautiful energy, very spiritual lesson here. And I know that this is probably a really difficult situation. You have a lot of difficult energy here, but I really feel like with, you know, the energy of the Lion's Gate, because you have the Lion energy, the Leo energy, the Sun, both of these are very much Leo energy in this Leo time, especially with the Lion's Gate. I think you're seeing things differently. And realizing that you don't have to align with one side or the other. You know, if you decide to go your own way, to be the Nine of Pentacles, right? Being very independent, having this sense of joy, right? It's kind of like letting everybody, it's almost like an energy of saying, yeah, I'm my own self. I'm no longer aligned with any team. I'm going to sit here by myself if I need to, right? It's almost like you gain respect out of both sides of understanding. Yeah. I'm so sorry, Cancer, because I feel like you're seeing how someone took advantage of you. It really is that energy of somebody taking advantage, perhaps painting a negative image of somebody else, right? That wasn't really true. And what your understanding is, yeah, like, yeah, that's really hard. You know, feeling like you've been betrayed, you know, by this person. So let's see, where am I called to use my voice right now? Yes. So you have a soul script that was written to be spoken. Your story matters, and it's time for you to share it with the world. Share your story with at least one person today. Be brave and speak your truth. Your voice will be the catalyst for healing in others. Yes, I feel like this whole situation helps you to heal yourself, but then it helps you to step into that energy of being a healer for others. Beautiful energy. Cancer, I do personal readings, so if you're interested, the link is in the description box below. I'd really be honored to do a reading for you. And I do wish you so much love and light in this situation and all your situations. And I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.